Listen.
Yo.
Welcome back to PBz TV, the show where we talk about the culture, music, TV, games, sports, headlines of all sorts, you know.
Bars. Oh, shit.
We're back, episode 18, and we got some cool things to talk about today. Just before we start, my face is missing. I'm missing...
This guy shaved his beard from
I
November.
did it. I look like I'm 12 again.
A brave sacrifice.
Was it worth it? Absolutely not.
I'm sorry, I'll be way too ugly without it. I cannot do it. I cannot. Not in this economy. Can't afford it. Can't do that.
It's cold.
It's cold.
There's nothing to hide behind, so you can see all of your chins.
Straight on Manjaro.
Yeah, I think... Well, the reason I did it, actually, was... One, it's a good excuse because people are like, why the hell you done that? I'm like, well, November, innit? Charity and that. But even though I'm not really asking for money, so that's not what I'm doing.
You're just crashing out. You wanted to see what was underneath.
A little bit of me was a little bit was curious. And then the other part was to shame myself every morning when I look in the mirror and go, God damn it, lose some pounds, brother. I don't think that's a solid...
You're looking in the mirror like, you fat fuck. No. And just punching mirrors.
Yeah, and especially when I sent you a picture, like, this is something I haven't done.
He tricked me, bro.
I haven't done this for ages, and well, it hasn't affected me for ages. But you know when you flip the camera on your phone, and then it hits everybody because it's that it's that unfortunate angle from below, and it's like, whoa. But it wasn't really that below. But I haven't had a beard to shield me for like since 10 years ago. And then it hit me, and I was like,
sent me a picture of his double chin that was so severe I thought there was something wrong with his jaw.
This guy says, have you got an abscess or something? I was like, what a par, man.
He did it to himself. You squeezed it.
I didn't.
You was like this.
I wasn't. The worst thing,
I
wasn't squeezing it. I was just laying in bed. I wasn't actively. You know when you're like...
You know you made that look bad. Yeah, you did the old...
I wasn't doing that.
You did the old Ricky Gervais in the bath.
I wasn't doing that, though.
Yeah, you fucking were.
That was my natural. I was just laying down. And I was like, damn.
I'm telling you, man, you tricked me. Because you started off with, I don't think I'll be recording this week. So I was actually expecting an actual medical excuse. So I was scanning. Bearing in mind, I was in London walking from another podcast studio. I was like, what could this be? Brain. Oh, God, did you have an abscess?
You look messed up. You've been hit with a club or something. Damn, you ugly son.
I didn't mean it, goddammit. I didn't.
It's, no, that's literally what I've been doing.
Me. It was false advertising.
To shame myself. But anyway.
It seems like it's worked.
Yeah, I mean, the stubble's coming back quite quick. I'm like,
yeah, because we're manly men.
Yes. Now that we're men, we wear facial hair.
Now that we're men.
I changed my underwear.
Now that we're men.
Anywho, starting off the pod.
Anyhoofing.
With headlines of the week, as we always do.
Headlines of the week.
This is something that I think we should have seen coming. GTA 6 has been delayed, ladies and gentlemen. Shock horror. Again, what is this, like the 5th time?
Yeah, I think so. It is pretty outrageous. Although, like we were talking about it before, I care less if it's delayed. But I swear to God, if it's even broken a little bit, if I spot one glitch, which isn't a funny glitch, because there's different. Sometimes glitches are part of the game.
Not like GTA, swing glitch. From
yeah,
GTA
like if you put me a swing glitch, that's great. But if this launch is broken after all of this, I'm revolting. I'm kicking down the door to their Scottish offices in full kilt, freeballing. Yeah, the fuck do you do in my game? And I'm going in because it best be revolutionary. But things have been developing it for so long. Isn't it built on old architecture already? It must be. It must be built for like fucking PS4 at this point, and it started so long ago.
I mean, by the time it comes out, 6 will be pretty much ready to come. So it'll be like GTA 5 again, where that released just on like Xbox 360, PS3, and then 6 months later, the next gen came out, and it was like,
yeah.
What sacrifices did you make that this could have been better on this, because you made it for an Xbox 360, but now that the PS4 and Xbox One is out, what could you have made it? Could you have waited a little bit, like just slightly, a year, and made it even better? But then that's the whole, they do that, then they delay it again. And maybe that's what they're doing. If they hadn't
dropped a trailer so early, I don't think it would be such a problem.
They dropped that in December 2023.
23.
It's been 2 years since that first trailer came out.
Get the fuck out of here. I thought it was 24.
No, it's 23. I was on holiday. I remember seeing it.
1,000-yard stare.
Wow. Maybe that's why they've delayed it, though. Maybe they've got, like, you know, they're working with Sony and, you know, this next gen of...
Yeah, it must be developing to make it work. Because how many generations did GTA 5 roll across? You couldn't get it on 360.
Three generations. Yeah, you could.
You could.
That's when it released.
Bomber Club. What? GTA 5 was 360?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because PS4 came out in 2014. Because we got it. Remember, we like...
Yeah, midnight release. Tesco's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that. And obviously Xbox One was the same time.
Yeah.
And that was 2014. Because, yeah. And then we was... And GTA 5 came out in 2013. So yeah, it did.
Holy mother of God.
360 it was on.
I'm old.
But I don't understand that because I remember when LA Noire came out on 360 and I needed like 3 discs to play it because it was so heavy.
Oh yeah.
It was like, you get to a certain point, it's like, and you're going to have to put in disc 2 now because we couldn't fit all this on one
I forgot that
game.
was even a thing.
It's mental, isn't it?
Wow. Press X to doubt.
That happened to, I remember I had Titanic on DVD and I got to a part, to the part of the movie, it was like, please put in disc 2 now because this movie's too long to fit on one DVD.
That's mental.
I was like, wow.
Oh, I had it once, but I dropped it in the bath.
Did it sink?
It did.
Iceberg right ahead.
But just to speak on next gen consoles as well, and again, like I have no idea when they're actually due, but I did see rumblings on what could be, and especially from the Xbox perspective, I heard essentially they're basically just going to release a PC from this like beta test that they've done with the Xbox ROG Ally X. I think that's going to be the new software going forward, where you'll be able to get your Steam games and Xbox games, which is pretty freaking revolutionary. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if PlayStation would ever do the same and allow that architecture in their stuff, but like we can tell Xbox is going full software with their stuff. They're just going to like jam it full with like a bunch of like high-end tech and essentially just make a mini PC, but then it probably hike the price because of that.
Yeah.
So what would PlayStation do to counter that? Because there's only so many things that Sony itself can release. Like it has banger exclusive, your Spider-Mans, your God of Wars, your Last of Us, like that kind of stuff. They can only make so much of that to compete with an entire ecosystem.
Maybe they've won because they've won the console wars. They go, no, we are the console guys. So if you want a console, stay with Sony. So the Xbox will have to go, we'll make our own PC and go down that route.
Maybe it's me being Xbox and PC biased, but like if it's a PlayStation, it can only play PlayStation games and just like normal console games. And you've got another thing over here, which is as long as it's in a similar price range, can play PC and normal console games. For us, it would be a no-brainer. Like, think of all the games we've always wanted to play, but they're on Steam and we're console people.
Yeah.
All of the phasmophobias and all of like the stupid mods we could have done, all the fun we could be having, we just constantly missed out on. And all we ever said was, oh, we should probably get PC soon. And then we go, I ain't got money for a PC. And then we go round and round.
Well, you say that. Have you seen GeForce Now?
No.
On Nvidia?
No.
So basically, it's sort of similar to Xbox Game Pass, but you basically rent a gaming PC for like $20 a month.
Oh my God.
Have you not seen this?
No.
It's actually crazy.
Like, we're just fully into like, you'll own nothing but you'll be happy type beat.
Yeah, it's definitely like the housing market. You're just buying it all and then you have to rent out to everything. You'll never own anything ever again. But £20 a month and you get like one of the best PCs. You just need obviously...
If it was actually that price, that's pretty fucking insane.
But what you do is you stream it.
Because that's not the same like if you were... Oh, you stream through it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's very internet connection dependent.
Well, yeah, but everyone should have theoretically an
You'd
internet.
think so, wouldn't you? But like...
True.
You have the PlayStation Portal. Mm-hmm. Can you play COD competitively at home?
No. You can't play... From what... But
it's the thing, we're like almost there, but we're not there
yet. GeForce Now, I'm pretty sure you can, though. You just need a good
It must load some things locally, because if they give you a PC, what's the point?
My friend's got it and he was playing Battlefield 6, and it was working pretty good.
It'll work, but like, will it work in the moments you need it to?
I think it depends on...
If this is actually a streaming thing. Because I get it if you can download games one at a time, or like...
It has full access. All you need to do is just own the game. It's not like a...
So it has no local storage at all. So what's the point in the box? Why can't you just do it through like a Fire Stick? Why is it not software as opposed to why does it give you a thing?
I don't know. You've caught me off guard a bit here. I don't have the answers to your questions.
Zero preparation.
What I'm saying is, Look at GeForce Now, do your research on it, and tell me you're not wowed from the results, because you can literally have the performance of a really good gaming PC, but don't have to buy a gaming PC and just rent.
Let me see what the okay, it's cloud gaming.
It's cloud gaming, but you need to own the game. It's not like a. But
Okay.
you could play your Xbox Game Pass on it, and other things. But yeah, I think that's the way we're going. And then
Low latency, play on any device.
Yeah.
Oh, is this like a graphics card you plug into whatever device you've got? Because there's a picture of this little thing.
I think so.
There's a little ding-a-ling thing
I don't
that
know.
you just put in and then...
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I see what you mean. So that just gives you the power to be able to run something like that.
I don't know, though, because
Macs obviously can't do that.
My friend's got it on a Mac. He was playing it on a MacBook Pro, and then I didn't see that thingamajig, because I think it's quite biggish.
Jigging the thing. I don't know. We'll look into that. But that might be the future model. Who knows if Xbox will start doing that?
Yeah, exactly. But PlayStation Portal did just release an update actually, so you can you don't have to just. So there was only two options before. You could remote play from your PlayStation.
Yeah.
So you would basically be controlling your PlayStation, which I have done, and it's hit and miss. Again, I feel like
you really play like relaxed games with it, story games. Yeah.
And then you can do cloud streaming straight from it, but only on the specific. You had to have an Ultimate Pass, and you can only use the games that are on their catalog.
Roger that. Yeah. It's fairly limited.
But now you can use. There's another option, and you can do the cloud streaming, but for not just games on their catalog. It's not all games, so like Battlefield's not on there, and FIFA and stuff like that. But like a lot more is on there.
Yeah, so you can stream more normal games.
You need to own the game,
yeah.
But if you own that game, you can play that.
Interesting.
And what I would say is, from a remote play to cloud streaming is a lot better than remote play, because it's just like
server space for it is like
you don't have to bounce off that your actual PlayStation upstairs. So theoretically, you don't even need a PlayStation anymore. You could just buy a Portal.
Yeah, it's the way it's moving for sure.
But obviously, if that's
but this is what I mean. If we're all moving into a place where software is going to matter more than hardware, are we going to find that the console wars were never truly over? And the Microsoft, even though it looks dumb, what they're doing turns out to be the best long-term play. Because for me, if it's just software, the person who owns PCs and owns works with Steam is going to be the one that wins. What would PlayStation even do in that situation, apart from having a better games library that they keep as exclusive?
I think that's it. They just got to bank on them being the console boys. So if you want a console and you want to sit down, just buy it. You don't need to worry about all this other jargon and tech stuff. You just buy your console, you sign in, and you play it in your living room or you.
Is there ever a future, and it sounds mad, where there's an Xbox app on PlayStation?
Blasphemy.
I know, but imagine,
you can't do that.
But imagine, you're on PlayStation, because at this point they wouldn't care if they're not really going to be releasing hardware. Let's say they stop releasing hardware in 10 years' time, because apparently it's still in the pipeline. As in
Xbox have just given up. And
Xbox stop making Xboxes.
But they
have the Xbox app itself. When it has that UI that has your Steam, it has your everything, your EA and an Xbox Game Pass, right? And that just becomes an app anywhere, from Steam, Fire Sticks to PlayStations. Yeah. And it just gets absorbed into wherever you fancy playing it.
Oh man, I don't think we're that far away from that either. But then when they're doing all this, they're teasing the PS6 coming in. Well, obviously not the Xbox, whatever it would be called, but they're teasing.
They get the naming right this time. I expect to see Xbox 720
I was about to say that.
I'm going to be mad.
Why not?
Xbox 1 plus 2 plus 3, fucking idiots.
In Series
X, Y, Z. Fucking stop doing algebra and tell me what it is, bro.
The confuffling that is. Very confuffling. I think...
what would you like to see from a next gen? Because it's hard to even envision what next gen looks like in today's day.
I couldn't even tell you. Would it be just like 8K graphics and 240 hertz of like? Is that what
I'm
it would be?
pretty sure my TV don't even do 4K at the moment.
Exactly.
I haven't replaced my TV in time.
But that's what it would be, right? It'd be like, oh, here's the PS6. You can now game in 8K, 240 or is it frames per second, and all that. The latency is like 2 or whatever, like milliseconds. But just be like, but you need an 8K TV, which is like $6,000 for it to even match those. Do you know what I mean? So it's
but we know that, but that would just suck.
But that's what it would be, though.
No one would upgrade.
Well, no, they wouldn't until the TV market crashes. But that has happened though.
Well,
in a way.
TVs are easy to TVs are far more affordable than they ever used to be.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
but like it's happened quickly.
More expensive. This is just
it's happened quickly though. Like,
yeah,
my dad was telling me he got one off like Gumtree or whatever for like 30 quid 4K.
Yeah, because TVs hold no value.
Yeah.
For some reason, as soon as TVs are used, they're down the toilet. You cannot sell one. Like, unless it's a super good one you got fairly recently, you're fucked. They hold less value than old cars. Like, it's just terrible. There's no market for TVs.
I got
so maybe that's why you can get them cheap. I was looking at 4K ones yesterday. I was like, let me get a 65-inch 4K one. I can get them 300 something quid.
Mental, isn't it?
Absolutely mental. But that's not got 4K. That was an LCD. But even the OLED ones were 450.
Yeah.
And that's from like TCL or TLC.
Is that 120 hertz though? Because that's where.
Yeah, it was 144 hertz.
Madness, isn't it?
Yeah, so like that is cheap. The PS6 is going to be more expensive than the TV.
I got an OLED like a year ago, and I got my Sony TV when the PS5 came out. I got it before my PS5 because I was like, I want a TV that can play this PS5 nicely.
Yeah.
And then, I was looking at the OLED a year ago, and I was like, bloody hell, it's jumped massively since the Sony one I got like 3 years before.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at the OLED one I got in my thingy, and they're like, it's like 500 quid, and I paid like $1,000. I'm like,
yeah, the only thing
it keeps jumping massively.
The only thing I can tell, there's only a massive size jump when you go over 75 inches. But not many people can have a 100-inch TV in the house. But I've noticed that like the minimum for a 100-inch TV is over $1,000, sometimes $2,000.
Yeah, because people are like,
who the hell could ever put, like, I want a bigger TV, but like I don't have the storage for it.
I know someone that's got 75-inch, but it's not. I don't think it's 4K, and I noticed that. But
when it's that big, you would have to get the best quality because you'd be able to see every freaking pixel.
Literally, I don't know. It's, but it's in it. They've got it in a really small space, so it looks bloody huge. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's a flex in itself.
I'm a sucker for a big TV, man.
Honestly, but
so
I think that's
where class, I'm like, big TV.
Because like 55 was considered a big TV, right? Oh yeah. Always, forever. Now it's like at minimum.
I remember when it used to be Baxter TVs.
Yeah, remember that?
When they had a back off.
Get of the TV.
You could put stuff on top of the TV.
Yeah, we spoke about that last time. It was a storage place for your house. But yeah, I think that's the future, I guess, of gaming. But talking about future and gaming combined.
A dystopian future. Cyberpunk 2077, baby.
Yeah, you've recently finished it, right?
Yeah, it was on PlayStation Plus for a freebie. We might have talked about this before, but it had like the worst launch in like human history, basically.
We did. Yeah.
The thing we're afraid of GTA doing is what the team CD Projekt Red. Bearing in mind, but they had such an immaculate reputation before this. Like, they made The Witcher 3. It won every award it's even possible to win in gaming. And then they released this, like, broken piece of shit. Even though now it's fixed, it is one of the best games I've ever played.
Yeah.
So it was just such a fumble.
So that's why we think GTA is fine to delay a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah, just don't do that. If you delay all this and then pull that, I'm actually going to...
Because I don't think GTA could pull that back because they spent $2 billion on actually...
I wonder how much GTA 5 made. Probably more than that.
I think it made $1 billion in its like first week or something.
Yeah,
so
probably. Not to mention all the in-game transactions that people were doing and all the extras you could buy. But just in general, playing through Cyberpunk was like an existential experience. It was such a good story. Like, are you ever going to play it?
Well, because now I think that is one of the ones on PlayStation but I'll have to buy it still.
Seriously, play it because it's a really good shooter as well. So I feel like you would enjoy it in general. But the top level spoiler free story, you start off as a mercenary called V, who's trying to make it basically in Night City, which is like future LA. It's a slightly different timeline to like our timeline, so it's not like it's just like here's the future 2077 and they followed to shoot things. Like some big ass war happens, like a lot of corporations fight against each other. Like,
wait, it's not related to our timeline then?
It's pretty fucking close, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think a nuke got dropped on New York in that timeline. So like, there's then there's the new USA instead of just the USA. So there's a lot going on in the lore, and I've been doing like deep diving after the fact. But none of that is really explained to you when you drop in. You get to choose from 3 paths. You get Nomad, Street Kid, and Corpo. Then you get to pick. I picked the Nomad option, where like there's these groups of people that have chosen not to live this corporate madness, and they live out in like the Badlands. So it's very Mad Max. Mm-hmm. So you can choose that life, and like that is you leaving your clan to like try and make it big in the city. Because being a mercenary, there are night city legends.
But there's options. You can do that, or
you can do loads of stuff. But
cool.
But the 3 different life paths are so different. I might actually just replay the game from the different life paths, because actually it does drastically alter even the personality of the character.
Game. Yeah,
essentially, yeah. There'll be core story elements that are the same.
Yeah, of course.
But I thought I played every mission there was to be played, side mission wise, and then after watching all the videos, I missed so much stuff. I missed like an entire game's worth of stuff. So I need to sort that out.
You do though. I feel like, sorry to jump in there, but I feel like when you play these games, either you just got to get through it and enjoy it, or you've got to walk around and spam like the find button to check every room.
Oh, it's not Dark Souls. It's not like you're wandering around aimlessly.
Okay.
It's a city you want to explore, because there's just something around every corner. CG Project Red is really good at creating side missions that are just worth your time. They're like every random ass interaction, you'd be like, what do you say? You would go back and like, huh?
Oh, let me check this out.
And then you just end up somewhere and you're like, what the hell has happened? So it was really, really good. But from playing the game, it can be somewhat depressing at times because of how true to reality it feels at times. Like, dystopian is definitely the word. Like, I'm just like,
it's got you in the feels.
A little bit, mate. A little bit, especially because how they treat certain characters. Because like the whole thing is morally grey, it's brilliantly written. And Keanu Reeves is so fucking good as one of the main characters, Johnny Silverhand. I can't really tell you how all of this happens,
don't spoil it, sir.
or how you meet anyone, but. Okay. My only advice is don't get too attached to anyone.
Where would you
go
put
into
it
like Game of Thrones?
Would you put it in your top 5 games you've ever played?
Oh, I think I would.
Would you?
Actually, top 5. Oh.
Let's say storyline games, because if you...
Oh, story games? Yeah. Easy. Yeah, probably top 3.
You put Halo and Call of Duty in all these games. Like, I feel like just take them away, because that's a different gaming experience.
No, story game wise, absolutely. Because I've always struggled with first person shooters where you kind of build your own character, because sometimes there's nothing to get attached to, and you really have to use your imagination. And you're just like, how am I supposed to get attached to my hands floating in front of me like this? True. Your own character has really good dialogue, and so you learn your own character. And you can look in mirrors occasionally, I guess. And you can go third person when you drive and stuff. So, but it's just so good, mate. The whole aspect of like being able to upgrade your character with like cyberware, and like you can give yourself like freaking samurai sword hands, or some of the upgrades you can do. There's like a piece of cyberware you can get called a Sandevistan, where you press the 2 shoulder buttons and you essentially go slow mo, so you go behind someone. Yeah, and I chose to do like a samurai build. So if there was like some big baddie there, I would just go slow motion, cut up like 5 people, and then as soon as the thing would go off, everyone would like, so I was like living it, because just embracing the whole like cyber samurai stuff. But just the story itself, like I'm so in the world that I'm listening. Like the last thing on my YouTube watch is like a whole hour special on like one character, breaking down the lore of it, because it started as a tabletop RPG like Space Marines or Dungeons and Dragons, and that timeline's like in the 2023s back then in that story.
Yeah.
So this is like a future version of the original tabletop, all made with the guy that did it the first time. His name's Mike Pondsmith. The story is so good, the lore is deep, you'll be in it. But then you also be like, oh my God, some of this is actually so fucking true.
This is going to happen.
Especially that you'll own nothing, but you'll be happy type beat. Oh boy.
Oh boy, okay.
You'll be relating with your boy Johnny a lot. You hear him give a speech, you're like, yeah, yeah.
Damn, man, okay.
So you should definitely play it. It was like, it takes a while to, because I didn't want to play it because I was like, I need time to dedicate, I need to be mentally ready. And I think I was right to actually need that time, because like now I'm lost. Now I want to play it again.
I just struggle with like finding time to play story. Maybe that's what the portal I think will help me with. Yeah. And being able to do this. But it's just like, I've got so many games lined up. Like I'm still on my second.
What's your like top 3 next games you'll want to play?
Well, I'm mid Red Dead 2 again, playing it again.
Okay,
that's definitely the best game I've ever played.
Yeah.
Like, easily, by the way.
Controversial?
No,
Never finished it.
Yeah, I know you couldn't get past the snow mission because you're a schmuck.
I did get past the snow mission, and then in the first town, I started making trouble, and I caught a bounty, but I couldn't have any. It was before I'd ever done the first mission, so I couldn't pay off the bounty, so I just kept getting killed every time.
Yeah, you just.
I'd literally created a doom loop for myself in the first mission of the game.
It's easily the best game ever played, story-wise. Best character in gaming as well, for sure. Arthur is
definitely up there.
From
knowing the plot.
Oh yeah, that's the.
Because I've watched like YouTube breakdowns.
You've seen the. You got to live that moment. Anyway, I think I want to finish that again if I'm doing story-based games. I've got Hogwarts to play. I've got Spider-Man 2
Oh
still
shit!
to play.
You never played Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
You said this. You said that last time.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good.
Yeah,
but I just haven't got around to doing it. Spider-Man 2 again. I've played Miles Morales. I've played the first one.
Yeah, they've done a remaster version, haven't they?
Yeah. I've
the original.
Platinumed both those two games. That's how much I love those two games.
I mean, I've never platinumed anything. I'm not a collectibles guy.
I'm not like, I've got a platinum. But I enjoyed the game so much, it made me want to do it.
Yeah, I suppose Spider-Man's probably one of the only games, because I got near platinuming it.
It's quite easy.
But I think it was the Miles Morales one I near platinumed, but there was like a certain like collectibles mission. I think it was where you had to collect all the backpacks. I just wasn't doing that.
Yeah, but you just Google it, mate.
Yeah, but even then I'm not Googling.
It's cheating.
It was like 150 of them, mate. Or there was something where there was like over 100 of them.
I think I just loved the mechanics of those games just swinging around. Like, I just wanted to keep doing it.
Yeah,
we spoke about that before where my story was over, so I was just like, let me just go get these backpacks.
I have definitely just booted up Spider-Man and swing around.
Yeah,
and occasionally like rescue someone like Spidey would. I just go on patrols.
Yeah, because there's nothing else to do because the story's finished.
When you're in between games, it's like a brilliant one to go back to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. So again, Spider-Man 2, I still haven't even played that.
Oh my God.
I know.
What are you doing with your life? I'll tell you what can help with that though. If you've started the story of one of them, what helped me with Cyberpunk, because I'm also extremely time poor, the urgency of what was going on in the story, I was so invested that when I was like at work going, shit, I've got so much to do when I get back. We're in a fucking crazy situation at home now. Oh my God. I've got to get back and fix this shit.
Yeah.
Because there's so many really cool mysteries. Like when playing through the first time, you're like, oh my God, I need to figure this out. Or like everything is a conspiracy. So it's just like, so that might help. In a story that good, you're like, I've got to do this. You know.
But I also, going back to it, when I do game, I feel like I found myself in a loop now where I want to jump on Battlefield and do like level up and just unlock some new guns and make my guns better and all of that. Just have a good time. And then, as much as I still hate FIFA and I had that rant last time, I feel like I haven't put a single dollar on that game, and I'm proud of that. And my team's pretty good, but like, it's just easy to get like, right, let me just do these objectives and play these games and get the rewards from it.
Yeah.
So there's like,
I almost did my yearly tradition of re-downloading 2K only to play it once and then stop playing it again.
I will download it. They always release it for free at like February time.
I just can't.
But then it's late because it's like.
I think it's because I never truly learned how to play the game. I know the core mechanics, but in terms of setting plays, I never paid attention to any of the tutorials.
I did, but then they changed it all.
And that's the thing. That 2K is not very good for new players. If you jump into new 2K, often it doesn't explain a lot. So it's just like, okay, I'll just cross over, run into the same guy. I'm just trash.
But I used to really enjoy playing 2K just like offline, like GM mode and stuff. Like, and I used to. That's why FIFA wise, I'm not really an Ultimate Team lover. I used to be a career mode person, just offline, just chill, and just like it's like a story in a way, like just trying to build your team sort of thing. But I don't do that anymore because it's just I feel like the gameplay offline is trash now.
Game's gone, mate.
Game's gone. And then when I'm not doing those two at the moment, I just boot up Skate just to chill for a second.
Skate is definitely not the comfort game at the moment. Just like, fuck all to do.
Yeah, and it's just like, let me just try and land these crazy like jumps.
You get stuck on a spot, you end up at 4 a.m. like.
Honestly, and it happens so easily, but it's quite relaxing in a way. And I've realised they're all bloody EA games. I'm like, damn, man, they got me.
Yeah, that's good, brother.
But I haven't put... I mean, I bought Battlefield, I bought FIFA, obviously, and then Skate was free. But I did buy a cosmetic on Skate the other day.
You better tell me. It better be worth it.
I don't know whether to, like, wait. No, I'll tell you. I bought a horse mask, bro.
Yeah, boy.
It was legit. Like I was like, they got me, man. I haven't bought this game. That is literally
in joke for us, mate. We still love wearing horse masks.
Yeah,
you'll never know why. But
yes. But anywho, going from Cyberpunk and the future, Elon Musk was on Joe Rogan's podcast recently, and he's been saying loads of crazy stuff.
3-hour waffle about the UK, and nothing but fake news.
Not all of it was that. It was a kind of like a mixed. I did have it on in the background, and I was in and out of it. But there was one bit that I was like, ooh. And he was talking about, obviously, his tech with Tesla and how they're going with it, and automated buses, and then he's talking about SpaceX and how crazy it is that his rockets land. Do you know what I mean? Cause
no one else but NASA's pulled that off, really, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
And other country space programs.
The way he described it is like, imagine you got a plane journey to like Australia or something, and you had to jump out, eject, and parachute down. The plane crashes, and then you had to get another plane home. That's basically what like rocket travel has been before. Yeah. You basically just blow one up and leave it, and then just safely get out. Yeah. So then being able to land rockets and stuff is a game changer for sure. Mad. But anywho, he did tease that they're basically working on flying cars. Yeah.
It makes sense.
And
bunch of traffic on the ground, might as well look up.
Exactly. And because even Joe was like, can you tell me more? Can you tell me? And he was like, he shouldn't even have said that they fly. Because he sort of like probably shouldn't have given that away, but he did. And then Joe's like, so when's this coming? When's this coming? And I'm there like, oh, he's going to say 2030 or something. And I'm like, oh, he's like, yeah, we should be able to like show it off in the end of the year. I was like, mad. What? And Joe was like, it's November. And I was like, oh, that's like next few months. And he was like, yeah, we could. He said it's either going to be the best. It's going to be the best tech reveal ever, because either it's going to go really well, everyone's going to be like, oh my god, or it's going to fail and everyone's going to be like.
For me, this drastically depends on how they've developed it, because they've already got flying drone deliveries and flying vehicles operating in China already. Yeah, but for like normal commercial stuff.
People win that though.
I'm not sure if they're doing flying taxis already, but like. The flying drone delivery is already a thing. I've already seen like a drone bike that's used in like Dubai and all that kind of stuff. So the technology exists, but if it's like a different type, like if we're talking like Futurama, like mag repulsion instead of just fans, then I'll be impressed. If not, it's already like saying they exist. It's just being commercialized in the US, but it's still cool. I do wonder what the legals are around it, because air traffic control is already.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Already complicated as hell. Add air taxis and air like drone deliveries into it, and imagine a whole other lane of traffic above you, just like in these like future shows. Yeah. How would that even work from a logistical point of view? Like that is.
Would you need
mental.
like virtual roads up there? Do you know what I mean? Like you can
maybe
go higher
like
than a
they
certain
would have
point.
to have some kind of. This is like boring like legal shit, but it'd have to be like designated zones and paths that are pre-approved that they can't deviate from. I think they'd have to be automated.
I think it would have
having
to be
someone actually piloting it is like just increasing the amount of helicopters in the sky. Oh. It would be noisy and mental. So there's another thing is noise scary. As well. Like imagine if they're all drone flying cars, and there's a whole road above you going. You'd be like, oh. So the noise pollution must be mental.
But Joe was like, you're working on electric flying cars, and he was like, pretty much. So
all drones are electric.
Yeah, but true, because it's more. It's more the propellers and the fans. And
stuff. So, but it's cool to know that's the thing anyway. I wonder how the transition will go from like, because there's still people that insist on only driving manual and won't do anything else, and then you've got people up for driving electric cars and automatic cars, and then auto cars need to go on the road. All three existing on the road at once, I think it's a recipe for disaster. If it was just automatic cars, I reckon the route of, like in iRobot, like traffic accidents would essentially go to zero, but people do be liking driving.
Yeah, because even in iRobot, he basically like does it, and it's like, can I manually take over? And it's like, you want to drive? And he's like, yes. He's like, those pop-ups. He's like, yes, because he's getting chased by the robots.
But we just get closer and closer to these dystopian future movies every day.
Yeah, it is crazy. I do think though, like I was one of them. I was like, oh man, because you didn't learn in a manual car, which boggles my mind.
I did learn at the manual car. I just was lazy and then chose an automatic test, so I can drive a manual.
Oh.
I did most of my lessons in a manual and then just flipped to an automatic because I could not be bothered.
But you didn't pass you to like driving. So you theoretically can't drive.
No, not legally.
Legally, okay.
Practically, yeah.
Okay, because that blew my mind at the time. Because I've been driving for like 10 plus years. And I was like, well, what if, you know, you needed to jump in a manual car? But yeah, I understand now. That
my rebuttal to that is always, did you learn to ride a horse just in case your car broke? Like,
yeah.
If it's so outdated, like manual cars will only exist in people's like enthusiasts, like separate tracks that they'll have in like the next 10, 20 years. Like it'll be outdated as fuck.
Yeah, I was naive to it at the time, but now I'm a bit more yes. Because now I do have an automatic car and it's literally like...
Yeah, like why would you
why would I
ever
this?
do this shit?
Yeah, and my left foot now sleeps nice and cozy while
it's just shriveled up.
Yeah. I've lost all motion in my left leg now. It doesn't work.
Yeah, because you've got regen braking on the Tesla as well, don't you?
Yeah, so I don't
so like you barely even need to use the brake as much. Even your right foot's getting a brake.
Yeah, it basically hovers over the accelerator, and then because I bought it from Tesla themselves. I've got if you buy a pre-owned car at Tesla, you get the mid package, I think they call it.
Oh yeah, so like the mostly auto drive.
Yeah,
we don't really have fully legal auto
in the UK. You
don't
have that, so that would be the next package up. But there's no point getting it here because it's pretty much redundant. Yeah, but I've got that mid one, and yeah, you sit on the motorway, boop, and it'll just.
I've been in someone's Tesla once when were on the motorway and then full self drive. And they were like doing their like mascara and shit, and I've never been more scared in my whole life.
Because you haven't been
this
in mine
thing's
yet,
changing lanes while she's not looking at the road, and I'm like,
I'm telling you,
I felt the speed of them. They're brilliant. Like they're really cool. The acceleration's mad.
They're fast, yeah.
Just the fact that like she's trusted this thing so much, you're not even looking at it.
You're not supposed to do that though.
Like she gets flagged all the time.
Yeah, like mine will. If I take my eyes off the road, it'll be like, wait.
Yeah, because it'll ban you for like how like certain things at the time.
Yeah. It does. I've done it before where like you go over your set speed, which is dumb because you've set it. Because if you took that off, you could go as fast as you want. And it's so quick that sometimes you're like, whoa, I need to like, whoa, I didn't realize I was going that fast. But obviously I had it set on the auto drive. I put my foot down a bit, and it's like, nah, you went over this like by a lot. You're now banned from this for the rest of this journey. I've done it twice, I think.
Punished by your own car is mad.
You're literally like, oh, I've got to drive my own car now all the way to London. Like, it's just so, it's just so like, oh. But I do still drive it most of the time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, off the motorway, you have to because you get to a roundabout and it's like, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, Americans don't know what roundabouts are, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it's very much like, I can't see how. It's going to need a lot more time on the UK roads because our roads are so messed up. But
I think it's Waymo are the ones that are like actually fully self-driving. The no driver. I think they're in the US mainly, but they're getting around as fully auto taxis at the moment. I think they have more. They have better dedicated software for it. I think from what I know of, because Waymo in general is like a map company, so I think they're better at mapping out the whole thing from what I know of. I'm not sure who owns Waymo. If Waymo is completely separate, but I think they might be a big competitor in the space.
Well, Teslas have to do it themselves and use their own data, I guess. But where they're now doing really well, I guess, is because they're such a huge brand that they've got loads of cars on the road. They're basically collecting their own data every day, and it's just building and building and building.
Every one of these companies just gets better and better as they go along.
Yeah,
until the people that will be the liabilities on the road are everyone that aren't in smart cars. That's the interesting thing. So that's why it will get more and more. Yeah. I guarantee you at some point there'll be legislation to be like, your car has to be somewhat automated to reduce traffic accidents, and then eventually they'll phase you out.
You can't drive manually on the motorway or the highway or whatever.
Yeah, it'll be something like that first, and it'll be like just to motorways or just.
But then I think that's such a because the reason motorways are so long and they break down and cars break down. That's one thing, but then you've got everybody else doing the phantom traffic, slowing down and stuff. If the automated cars realise there's
traffic wouldn't exist.
Yeah, or especially on motorways, or like because most of the stuff is because people are stupid on the motorway.
Well, that's the dream, but then you take away people's freedom. Freedom to change lanes for no reason without indicating.
On the motorway, I'd be happy for that to happen though, because that is the place where you're travelling for a significant amount of time than your usual journey. So just make it automated. If it was just like getting on a train, sitting on the motorway, getting there quicker, but then I think more people would be like, No point getting in a train anymore. Let's get myself a car.
Well, that's the thing. We could have better trains. Trust me. Just look at China and Japan. Their train networks are fucking incredible, mate.
Yeah.
It's insane how just ancient we feel when I look at China. I'm like, they're living in the future, man.
Well, that's what Elon was saying. Like his son, I think, because Elon was saying he's got learning disabilities, which is pretty obvious, I guess. And then he said his son's even more severe.
Yeah.
But he said that his son's going to it. He's like, Dad, why does the world look like 2015? Because he sees it in a completely different way than the usual brain. And Elon's like, yeah, what the hell? So that's why he's making all these things, I think. Where
the basic theory of it is in China, there's a one-party system, so you can't really change that. But they are mostly filled with people with engineering degrees.
Yeah.
So they're a company run by engineers, whereas if you look at US, it's a kind of
company or country.
Country.
Yeah, yeah.
The Congress itself and all the rest of the politicians, all that, most of them have law degrees. So you've got one country essentially set up and run by lawyers and one that's set up and run by engineers, and that's why there's a massive difference. I think it's similar for us because that's why China has gotten like 10 rail projects done in the time it's taken for us to get not even finished with HS2. There's random stuff like that, and why we can't upgrade our tech as fast because we don't have the right mindset about it in infrastructure.
It's pretty obvious then. It's because you've got the lawyers and they're like, oh, is this legally the right thing?
Exactly,
like,
we're fussing over
safe,
whether the right
health
detail
and safety and all that, which is obviously
it needs. The downside to the Chinese thing is that they'll just bulldoze a village and then move them to somewhere else, and they won't care because it's part of the government thing. But like their politicians attract on the better infrastructure they build. So it won't just be like, I don't know, a pledge or a promise. It'll be like, oh, you got like 10 railways done and like a space station, you're staying. Yeah. Like, so it's just practical outcomes. And I'm like, I rate it. I feel like we need to do a bit more of that.
I mean, it sounds like it should be a balance, I guess. But
yeah,
I guess they have to do that to be able to keep up with, the West and stuff. But let's not go political. I think
they've already surpassed it, mate. But
it's just crazy how, and just going back to the point, I guess, is that we are getting to the future and it's coming. If weird. It's scary or not, or exciting, it's coming.
Yeah, because even if you go back to like the movies our parents were watching about the future, it was the future we're going through right now.
Yeah.
Like they didn't predict our current thing back in, because it's still fairly normal from like the 80s and 70s movies or something about the future to now. They didn't predict that. Like, because not really that impressive when you think about it, I suppose, apart from like the moon landing, I guess.
Well, that's, we haven't done that since the 60s, which always blows my mind.
But like the jump from, like, say, 2010 or something, or 2000 to now is gigantic compared.
Yeah, I mean, with AI and stuff, right?
Yeah, AI.
Because before that, it didn't feel like anything was really that big of a jump. I mean, the internet, bang, and then smartphones, bang. And
it was probably because a lot of the development was internet based.
It was fast, right?
Yeah, it was internet infrastructure based, all that kind of stuff. And I think now like more hardware things are happening. You got robots and flying cars and all this kind of stuff that's actually coming to fruition now. Maybe because the techie AI internet-y stuff is starting to work, because that's the stuff that powers that stuff.
As much as they excite me, right? Are you ever shocked when someone goes, "Oh, flying cars are coming out next week"? You're like, yeah, that makes sense, to be fair. Like, it's just all...
This was the theory about aliens. That they've been... The main government conspiracy is that they've been drip-feeding us aliens through media and films for ages.
Yeah.
So when aliens drop, we won't care, because we'll have to go, I've still got to go to work on Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, if they did say, if our phones just went like, breaking news, because it would be the biggest story ever.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, that makes sense. And then I would just keep going.
We literally look at our phone and go,
next week I wouldn't think about it. Next week I'd be like, yeah. I'll just be like, the only thing I guess is if
I feel like it would send some people off the rails.
I don't know.
Catch me on the right day and aliens would make me drop my career path.
It depends what they do. If they come down and they're all like,
Yeah, because it depends on if it's like slug found in water on Neptune.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, don't give a fuck. If it's like big ass head here with a ray gun, okay, now I might be attention.
Yeah, then I'd be like, okay, that's kind of scary. But even if they are up there walking around like human-like or whatever, but they're just there chilled and they're like, yeah, we exist, by the way, hi. And then it's like, oh, hello. Again, I honestly think we would be like, fair enough.
Yes, mate, there's so many theories around
The only thing that I think we'd become a little bit closer as a world.
I've been saying this for ages. The only thing we would like, it's Independence Day.
Yeah.
It's like we need
all these wars.
We need the enemy from the sky.
We'd be like,
I wouldn't be surprised if governments all across the world lied to us to stop us being so fucking angry at each other just to fight the aliens, and they don't exist.
Yeah. And then racism from a human point of view
goes away.
And all of that, we are one.
Achieve world
John
peace
Lennon
by
would be
lying.
there like, yes, we are one, but those aliens.
I'd be so behind that. Even if they came out like, solve world peace, racism, all the bad things, right? But every government goes, sorry lads, we made that up, but look how much we're all getting along. I'd be like, fair play, mate. Fair play.
Yeah, true. Oh, but I thought you were
as long as everything got better.
I thought you were like, I'm down to love each other as long as we can hate something else. And it's those blue-looking things in the sky.
Hey, if Space Marines taught me anything, is that space racism brings humanity together. Okay,
that's what it would be. It would be like the next thing to hate.
Same thing as Helldivers, man.
Yeah, it's just
how are you supposed to spread managed democracy throughout the galaxy if you can't kill a few goddamn bugs?
I feel like we could go on with this all day, but
we need
you want
special.
to quickly squeeze in Samsung's new Android headset.
Yes, so something to look out for. So Android XR has been a new platform that's been developed specifically for mixed reality headsets. The first one, Samsung, is just like talked about. I'm not sure quite when it drops. I think it might be next year. But the mixed reality headset game, I think it's going to start to get better and better. Okay. It looks smaller than like the Meta Quest. So there's the Meta Quest 3, which is the one big player in the market.
Chunky one.
And the Apple Vision Pro. The Apple Vision Pro is just essentially a concept car.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so much more expensive than everyone else. From what the rumblings are on the videos that I watched, the Samsung, I think I'll just call it Android XR one because I'm not quite sure the name of it, but I think it's actually going to be middle of the pack. So I think it's going to be like 1,000 or something. So it's not going to be Meta affordable.
Yeah.
But I think the advantage will be that it will seamlessly work with Android phones. There should
part
be
of that ecosystem. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they've gone heavy on software. So Google always win on the software side, really, instead of the hardware side. So a lot of it looked really intuitive, and a lot of it looked pretty damn good. And I'm wondering, once they get light enough, my theory is that they will replace a lot of office monitors and equipment.
Yeah,
because if you can just come in and go off to work, like, I think that'll be the way forward.
That makes sense.
Not that I'll particularly enjoy that.
I think it would have to be like migraine free and all that, like
and it would have to feel like it's as light as like a hat or something that wouldn't bother you. Because that's what I think the Vision Pro reviews, for instance, that they didn't get the strap quite right. So the weight of it is like more on the front. So it gave you a freaking neck ache or something. So
it's just a tester, isn't it? It's just they're just jumping in the game a little bit.
Meta again coming out, like they have the best one so far from like an infrastructure, apps, and comfort point of view and price point. They still own the space. So Meta coming out here, the goggles and the viewership. Like, you wouldn't think Facebook and Meta would be on this, but so far they're the best in the business for this.
Is it because they're putting all their eggs in that basket, where like Apple is still on the laptops, phones, and stuff, and so are Google.
I question Apple's future at times. I feel like they've really fumbled the bag. Apple completely missed AI. Apple Intelligence is booty cheeks. Yeah, but everyone else has settled down into whatever their thing is, right?
Yeah.
Any AI features on Apple are just, they often copy whatever after the fact, but sometimes come out with some banger stuff. And I think they've really missed the boat on that. So my theory is that they're waiting for the next boat, and I think that might be something to do with headsets. But
all this AI, surely you can just use it to learn off these other models and stuff anyway. So you're not really that far behind anyway.
You'd think so.
But then again, you need
everything's trained on everything at this point.
You need your own stuff to train in-house and keep that data so you can't share. Like, I bet they would love to know what Google know about AI.
Yeah, because even Gemini is pretty damn good now. Yeah. I've got to say. I'm finding myself using it more and more. Again, but it depends on where you are on my device. Because
you've got Grok, you've got a ChatGPT, you've got Perplexity, you've got all of these different ones, right?
And I now just find myself using whatever is native to the app. So I've been using Copilot more on my Windows computer. I've been using Gemini. Copilot is just ChatGPT with a skin on it anyway. Yeah, so true. It's pretty damn good. But having that, being able to like, where's this picture? I can't find it, and it actually finds it. Oh. Copilot's useful in the fact that it can actually just go find shit you can't see. You're like, how do I do this? And it will like bring you to the setting. Like, it actually has practical inputs in your computer.
They're all good at
but that's not in the Macs. Yeah, so they've completely missed all the practical output that the AI can give. So they've really fumbled the software part of that. Their hardware is still killer. Their looks are still killer. Their brand is still killer. But I wonder about their future when this is the way we've all gone and are going.
They wanted to go big with it, but it wasn't ready yet. So maybe they are basically like GTA 6 in us right now with it.
Yeah, but it'd be
late. It'd be like, well, we've had that for a while.
The amount of investment that chat has had.
Yeah.
Like, people are so worried. Like, America's entire economy is propped up by this AI bubble right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's so over-invested in that it can't afford to fail, and there's no way even Apple would be able to match the level of funding the chat again. So I just don't see how they'll be able to keep up. I can see them just entirely giving up, because Microsoft did. They didn't go and make their own. They just bought heavy shares and investment in and got in early with chat. So
well, I thought that's what they were doing with ChatGPT, though, Apple, because they've got a partnership with it, really, haven't they?
Well, I think Microsoft own big shares in chat, so I didn't think they might be able to do both. Yeah. It does make sense. So you might just find that ChatGPT is the fuel for most things, for Copilot or Apple Intelligence, wherever it is. But
it's good to hear that Samsung of like this VR thing though is not this like really cheap one though, because I feel like I know people that go, I got a brand new Samsung phone and they gave me a watch for free and they gave me this the pad for free.
The demo,
and they're like bros cool. Because they suck, like compared to other things. What
they did with it is they made sure that Gemini was practical. So you know how Copilot can find shit for you. You would do the same things. You could be like this thing, all the screens in front of you, like, hey Gemini, sort these tabs out. There's loads of them. And they go, bloop, bloop, and it would sort it all out.
What am I looking at right now? And all
that is sick. Like the fact that you can literally say, "Hey, what am I looking at?" So it literally they did it in a way. It's like Jarvis, and that was the way it was. Like Gemini, scratch my balls, please. Like it was like that.
Because Android is Google, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it has that distinct advantage because Gemini is pretty good for practical stuff. So
because I always thought Samsung and Google were like beefing, but
well, no, they might be. In terms of like handsets, but
they use the same platform.
Everyone's subservient to Google, really. You can't really get around it.
Yeah. But right, that's
but that was pretty good.
A wrap on this episode.
The tech gaming episode.
I think we needed to hold ourselves back there. I think we could have gone for hours.
Aliens and robots and pyramids, and they're the government's lying to you. Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Bring the tinfoil hats next time.
Yeah, please do.
Yes.
But thanks again for watching. Please hit that like, subscribe, and comment button. All the rest and all that.
Please, we need to eat.
Yeah, please. We don't look like it.
Wait, I need to afford my Manjaro injection.
Exactly that. But if you could, please, sir, more, please. For the opposite way.
We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
And have a good day, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.
Yo.